It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' burner at wide receiver. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, it's... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Brissett on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
On first down, Richardson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now Richardson to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Daniels. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Richardson. He gets this one to Mechie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all, and you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Brissett. Airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 99 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Richardson now on 3rd down. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 61 yards. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because When he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. First down, Brissett. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 56 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you're beating in football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Back to Taylor on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year, with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. This ball caught by Mechie. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They'll run on first down. It's Daniels. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Indy set to go on offense once more. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Brissett. Over the middle and complete to the tight end Higbee. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Brissett's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Thornhill on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 7.
Again, it's Taylor. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get it.
The Texans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Daniels. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Richardson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Texans in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
To throw is Richardson. Throwing on first down. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Back to throw. Richardson. And he rifles one incomplete. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Richardson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions. What was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Christian Harris on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Brissett now. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds.
I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was defended by Jalen Israel.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos on to try the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Richardson. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw again. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll escape to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Up the middle they go. It's Daniels. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Richardson on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now Richardson back to the air on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Daniels. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Delayed game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Richardson.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brissett.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
A first down throw for Brissett. Open man is... And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Richardson. Dancing to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. On second down, it's Daniels. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Texans.
They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down now, it's Daniels. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Brissett to throw on first.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. To throw again on second down. Brissett. He gets this one to Boyd. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Brissett on first down. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brissett again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Brissett.
And going right back to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Brissett.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 22.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, it's Brissett. His pass caught at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down.
Right side, complete to Mechie.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Richardson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Richardson now. Off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Terrell Lewis from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned before sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's Brissett.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On the counter, it's Taylor. Shifts by at the 15. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hines is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly. This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Richardson. And Daniels has it, left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give to Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 165 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On 1st and 10, Brissett gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. 7 yards there and a first down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Brissett's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's Brissett. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, they had the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Higbee. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So now the Texans down by 1. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now Mills. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mills looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mills back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. It's caught downfield by Mechie. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides.